Good evening. We would like to thank you for the honor of being thought of for this presidential award as a power couple. I don't know that we've ever thought of ourselves as a power couple as much as we've just been two people committed to the field of education and committed to serving in a community where we grew up and in a community that we love. The face of education has changed dramatically. We've survived a global pandemic. We've had an opportunity to reinvent the way in which we do education. But I think that the thing that is a staple is that relationships are the cornerstone of good educational systems. And so I'm very fortunate to be in a relationship with someone I love that's a career educator that understands the sacrifices that I have to make when I'm following my call to be a servant leader.
I think it helps when you have someone who understands that this is a calling and it's not a regular 9 to 5. As a matter of fact, some of these hours are just ridiculous that we work, but it's in furtherance of freeing our kids. So that they have the capacity to grow in the direction that they need to.
So what's your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about you is something I can't talk about.
You know what? Oh my goodness. Well, I can't talk about my favorite thing about you. You are hands down the most impressive leader that I've ever met that loves me.
You know what I like about Dr. Ross McClain is that she's positive. She's positive about the confidence that she has as an educator. She's positive about the resilience that she sees within the community, within our kids, within our leaders. And she's positive about the fact that she can make a difference. Just given an opportunity to lead. And just like me, I'm confident that our community, given an opportunity, will definitely survive.
And thrive.
Definitely.
Everyone knows the story of Juneteenth and the late notification of emancipation, freedom for African Americans. And so whenever I celebrate Juneteenth, I ask myself the self-reflective and cathartic question of, am I really free? Am I living the best version of me? Have I become a cog in the status quo machinery? And I'd like to say the answer to that is no, I have not, and I am free. I am free to be the best version of me that I can be in service of others. That's been my lifelong prayer. Lord, let me be your humble servant. And sometimes when you choose that path, it's not an easy one. Sometimes you're on some assignments longer than you think you should be, and others shorter than you think you should be, but you're always where God wants you to be to fulfill your purpose. That's the freedom we have. The freedom to choose, the freedom to serve, the freedom to love in spite of the circumstances that we're met with.
I also think that there's freedom in putting other people first, which is why I'm glad that leaders within the Saginaw Public School District have kept that tagline alive, keeping kids first. There's a tremendous amount of freedom in knowing that these are Saginaw's legacies, right? The children that come through our front doors of our schools, and we need to make sure that our level of investment within them remains absolute.
Do you think we're a power couple?
Certain days.
I will tell you, we are tremendously humbled to receive this award. We don't have lots of those, but I can tell you what we do have a lot of. We have a lot of rewards. We have the reward of seeing kids whose lives we know we've touched. We have the reward of seeing young people who blossomed into great leaders, and we had some small part in that. We also have the blessing of having raised two fine sons, Ross and Jaden McClain, with a village that loved on them. So we owe a sincere and deep debt of gratitude for this community where we grew up and will always love. We are so thankful for this honor. God bless you and keep you, and good evening.
Keep keeping kids first.
You are so silly.